Good evening, guys. Hello. Hope everybody's okay. And today we're going to continue with indirect questions. We are going to continue with this topic that yesterday we started and probably was a little confusing, right? And so I'm going to share with you, of course, this document, and I'm going to share with you as well. The document is online, is for free, and you can also upload it. Yes? So please copy the link. It's in this Zoom chat and you can upload it. It's about these indirect questions. Chris, can you help me with the conversation, please? So I'm going to ask you, right? The indirect question. Who is usuario de Zoom? Are you Nazaria or Ariel? Nazaria, right?
Yes.
Okay, Nazaria and Chris, please, can you start? The ones that says me, Nazaria, and Cristel, person in the street. Yes, please. Okay.
Excuse me. Could you tell me where is the nearest station is?
Where the nearest station is?
Where is the
Because,
nearest station is?
thank you. Please. Chris, you are mute. No? Okay. Certainly. It's along the road on the right. Continue, Nazaria, please.
Thank you. And you know if
Do,
there yes, no? Thank you. And
do
do
you
you
know?
know if there's a supermarket near here?
Yes, there's one next to the station.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your help.
So as yesterday we were saying, we were checking. Okay, Chris says, a minute. Yes. Okay. No worries, Chris. No worries, Christelle. Okay, so as yesterday we were talking about indirect questions, that these are polite questions, right? More than direct, they are indirect because they are polite. And to be polite, you start, could you tell me, do you know? Can you tell me, please? Or do you happen to know? So we had different beginnings, no? Different beginnings in order to start being more polite, no? With people we don't know, right? In this case, this conversation is in the street, of course, right? Okay. So using the questions when I'm asking for help in the street, for example, because they are very polite, no? As we said, oh, I don't know what happened to Grisel. Probably is the internet, yes. Okay. Then, to be polite, indirect questions start with a phrase like, could you tell me, or do you know? Remember that yesterday we were talking about that. So direct question, where is the bank? Indirect, could you tell me where the bank is? So in indirect questions, for example, if we are using the verb to be, goes at the end, right? It goes at the end. If we are using another verb, it doesn't use any auxiliary verb, like in a direct question, right? So notice that the verb to be is after the subject, no? And in the same way, I do with a normal positive sentence, but in indirect question, is before the subject. So you have to change the order. The word order changes, of course, right? In an indirect question. And this is called inversion. This is the very first inversion as English students you do, right? In, of course, the verb to be. I am polite. Am I polite? Or she is polite. Is she polite? Or is she a good student or person, etc., right? So that is that we use inversion since the very beginning in basic levels and then in low intermediate, like this is the case in indirect questions, right? And of course, we use it in many verb tenses, not just in the verb to be or in present. We can use inversion in different tenses, right? And in indirect questions, it's very common. So remember that they are very common in English. And also, the ones we use questions are different from reported questions. Remember that we were talking about reported speech yesterday? Well, tomorrow we are going to get back to reported speech and reported questions, but they are not exactly the same. Similar, but not the same, right? They are cousins, but they are not brothers or sisters or siblings. So these are just to be polite. In yes, no questions, remember that yesterday we were talking about if or whether, right? It is a synonym of if, whether. So we use if, that is the more normal use of indirect questions, right? So do you know if there is a bank near this area? Or do you know if the bank is open at this time? Well, probably Coppel, no? Or Banco Azteca, right? Because it's 8:10, right? Okay, in yes, no questions, remember, the inversion is important. So here we have like a chart with the verb to be, for example. Is he Spanish? Can you tell me if he is Spanish? Because in this case, we don't say if he Spanish is. No, if he is Spanish, right? Just when the verb to be is at the end, like for example, do you know if there is a bank near here, or if the bank is, if the bank is, where is the bank? But the bank is at the end, no, the verb is. Just in the case that we have here, right? Where the nearest station is, where the most important bank is in this area. But in this case, we have these examples, right? If he,
Yes.
could you tell me if he is Spanish or if she speaks Spanish? Because we don't use any auxiliary verb, right? So we can use, as you can see, in many tenses, right? Can you tell me if the restaurant is closing now? Or can you tell me if he was late for the meeting? With the verb to be, of course, all the time, using it just like an affirmative sentence, right? But if we use, for example, another, like present perfect, has Lucy been to Mexico? Can you tell me if Lucy has been to Mexico? So Lucy has been to Mexico, and this is an affirmative form, no? As yesterday I was telling you, try to think that we are using a question mark, but with an affirmative form, because we are being politer. And this is the way indirect questions are formed, right? Not like direct questions, right? So as we can see, we have all the tenses here, right? In order to be politer, no? Just to be politer. In this case, we always have, can you tell me, do you know? But as yesterday we were checking in the book, we have other ideas, not just can you tell me, right? But this is the most common. With other tenses that don't use the verb to be in present or in past or in present perfect, remember that we use the different auxiliary verbs in present, do or does, or did in past. We don't need an auxiliary verb in an indirect question, right? Does David live in London? Do you know, or can you tell me if David lives in London? So, affirmative, no? Just as an affirmative idea, but with a question mark. This is an indirect question, right? That is the only difference, okay? But we are using just a question mark. But we are doing the inversion, so this is an affirmation, right? In WH questions, we did is the same. Can you tell me if Amanda called? We instantly, with indirect question, we instantly conjugate the verb in past, no? Because it's yesterday, no? Without any auxiliary verb, of course, right? Like in a direct question. With WH question, it's exactly the same, but we just write the WH question at the beginning, no? Why is she or he unhappy? Can you tell me why he is unhappy? And the same happens, right? Just the WH question at the beginning, right? And the same if it is the verb to be, or if we are using any other verb that is not the verb to be, right? With do or does or did is exactly the same. Where does David live? Can you tell me where David lives, right? At the end. The verb will go at the end in this case. Or why did Amanda call you or call John in this case yesterday? Do you know? Yeah, do you know if you are a gossiper person, right? A gossiper. Can you tell me, or do you know why Amanda called John yesterday? If they have broken down, si ya habían terminado, ¿no? Yes, okay.
Yes.
What are the common problems in these questions? Because of the difference in word order right? In the difference in word order, there are certain confusions or problems. Crystal, can you read out the common problems sometimes with this kind of
Yes,
questions?
miss. Yes, it can be difficult to remember to put the verb after the subject, especially when the indirect question is the present simple tense of be. For example, we need to say, could you tell me where the station is? Not, could you tell me where is the station?
Because remember that this is in the verb to be. This is the auxiliary verb, no? It's the same auxiliary verb, the same verb and auxiliary verb. So in that case, we have just the inversion. And the verb to be in this case goes at the end, as we have already seen. Yes? Okay, let's continue practicing. You already have this link, right? Do you want me to?
Yes.
Alric, yes? Alric, I'm going to send it again, and it's in this chat, in the Zoom chat, this explanation about indirect questions and with more examples in order for you to have it there, right? Just for a reference, no? For a reference. So you can also, of course, have this as reference. Let's do some exercises about it. And then let's go back to the material, right? Okay, let me just check where I have this. Okay. Okay, here it is. Here it is, guys. Oh, sorry. I close it. Ahorita lo vuelvo a abrir. I close it. Okay, indirect questions exercise. With present or past? What do you prefer? To practice with present or with past? With present, right?
Yes.
Or with both. Let's check.
Both.
Both, of course. So let's start practicing with present. Okay, here it is. Can you please tell me if you are watching the exercise here? Yes. So, indirect question in present simple tense. Change the direct question into indirect question. Use can you tell me all the time. No, can you tell me? What would you say with the first one? Where does she play tennis? So let's start. Well, please
Can
copy the
you
link.
tell me?
Copy the link, and of course you can also write it down. It's in the chat again. Can you tell me? Where?
Where she does
In,
play tennis?
in indirect questions, we don't use any auxiliary verb. Can you tell me where?
She played tennis.
Remember that this is like an affirmative idea, even though this is indirect question, you have to use affirmative, right? Just with the question mark. It doesn't matter because we already have the introduction. Can you tell me where she plays tennis?
Play
Mhm.
tennis, yes.
She plays, plays, sorry. Um, can you tell me where she plays tennis? Tennis, double N, no?
Yes.
Can you tell me where she plays tennis? So we don't use auxiliary verb anymore in an indirect question because it's polite. We have the introduction. Can you tell me or do you know? And the same affirmative. Subject, verb, and complement. No auxiliary verb. But in affirmative, this is present, place, no? Because it's she, right? Yes, do you remember that? Does she live in Paris? Can you tell me? Because you know, all of them we are going to use. Can you tell me? Can you tell me? Can you tell me what? Go back to the explanation. Refer to the explanation. Can you tell me what is the word
He
that we
live
use?
in Paris.
But we are missing one word.
Where?
Those.
This is not where or why. This is a yes no question. Yes no question.
If.
If. If. If. Can you tell me if he
He lives.
lives in Paris? Can you tell me if he lives in Paris? Yes. Remember that in the questions, we just used an affirmative form, an affirmative sentence, right? But with a question mark, because we already have. Can you tell me? Do you know? Etc. Etc. Is she hungry?
Can you tell me?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
If she is hungry.
If she is hungry, because with the verb to be in this case is the same, no? In this case, we have the same verb, an auxiliary verb. If she's hungry, can you tell me if she's hungry? I can make some dinner, no?
Yes.
What is
Can you tell?
this?
Can you
Uh-huh.
tell me what this is?
What
This is.
What is this? Ajá. Can you
Okay.
tell me what is this? Recién. La tuve mal, ¿verdad? Que puse. Can you tell me what?
Is
Ah,
this is no or no?
ah, this is, this is.
This is.
Yes, this is. La puse al revés, ¿verdad? This is.
Yes.
And you were right. Mm, algo escribí mal, chicas, chicos. Can you tell me?
What?
Ay, sí,
Ah,
escribí mal.
yes. One letter.
Ajá. Can you tell me what this is? No?
Yes.
One character. Well, one character is one character. The platforms are very, very sensitive, ¿no? Por cierto, ¿cómo les fue en sus exámenes? De their
So
evaluation. So, in which part was more difficult?
in
The grammar?
yes, the grammar and one exercise if you need when you need the complete sentences with one word and you don't have a words to pick up.
You don't have options.
Yes, you don't have options.
Yes, that is challenging. That is
Yes.
challenging. That is very challenging. And you, Christelle? And in listening and reading, no problems, Nazaria.
No
Okay.
problems.
Christelle?
Miss, I can do it.
You couldn't do it. Yes, you are right. Pero vas a poder hacerlo más adelante, yes.
Sí puedo, sí tengo la oportunidad de hacerlo.
Ajá.
Sí,
Ah,
sí,
yo
sí,
creo
eso
que
sí, sí.
sí. Habla
Y
con el coordinador, por favor.
es que
¿Ya?
de hecho perdí mis contraseñas también para entrar ahí.
Oh. Ok, entonces, atención a estudiantes mañana.
Sí,
Pregúntale.
Miss.
Yes,
Gracias.
please. Alaric, igual. Tienes que ver con atención a estudiantes porque creo que no te habías registrado, ¿verdad, chico? Alaric.
Sí, estoy registrado, profe.
¿Y ya hiciste el examen?
No, eso todavía lo voy a hacer. Pero
Ah,
hasta cuándo tengo? Disculpe.
uy, pues creo que era hasta ayer, ¿no?
Yes, era hasta ayer lunes.
Sí, o sea, desde la semana pasada lo asigné a Alaric y no has entrado al aula virtual y ahí tienen que hacer un writing, no hiciste el speaking. Habla atención a estudiantes a ver si te lo pueden reasignar, a ver si se te puede reasignar, Alaric, por favor.
Sí, profe.
También. Okay. Okay, and then number 5.
Can you tell me if they works in Canada?
If they work, ¿no? Because they work in Canada, entonces in present, no problem, right? No problem in present, right? In present, no problem, right? Remember that we don't use any auxiliary verb in yes, no questions or WH questions, right? Yes? Questions? Hasta aquí. Questions of the questions. Preguntas de cómo formular las preguntas, ¿no? The questions, ¿no, Nazaria? Alaric? Crisel? Ok, vamos a hacerlas
No.
en pasado. Let's do some others in past. Vamos a hacer unas en pasado. Nada más que son diferentes ejercicios. Different exercises, of course, right? So,
What is the form more utilities?
sorry?
cuál es la forma más utilizada? La,
La
la
direct is
formal.
the most common, the most frequent is direct. But if because you are talking to friends or to family, no, or to close people. But if you talk for the first time with someone that is in a more formal situation or acquaintance, right? A un conocido, conocida, but is not your close person, indirect question is the most common, right? So it depends on the situation. In everyday situations, direct, no? Direct questions, right? Because we are more direct with family members, right? But that's why the conversation, remember, at the beginning was a person in the street. So they were not close people or friends, no? They were not family members. Yes. That's why. So it depends on the situation, but everyday situations are more common with family, no? So indirect questions are not common in family contests or friendly contests, right? But of course, in more formal contests, in a job interview or in the street, because you don't know the person, right? If you go to the airport, no, of course, you want to obtain your passport, etc., right? Well, or your visa, or whatever, indirect question, no, because it's more polite. Yes. So in past, what would be in past? What would be the idea? The same. I'm gonna give you the link. It's exactly for free in the internet. And well, you can open it and write it as well. But let's do it together. So,
Do you know
do you know? Do you know
if
if, because this is a yes no question, but it's in
she
past. If she, oh, ¿quién sabe qué dice? Sorry. ¿Sí lo están viendo?
yes,
Yes, this is right.
if she the verb is in past or no?
Yes,
If
because
she
the
went
auxiliary verb is in past.
if she went out
And she went out last night.
last night.
Yes. The only difference is that instead of being in present, the verb is in past because the
Okay.
auxiliary verb. Because we want to talk about last night, no?
Yes.
We have to conjugate it. Where did she meet her brother? Do you know?
Do you
Do you
know
know? Where?
if
Where? Where?
Where
Just if or whether? If or whether? See, whether is a synonym of if, no?
where did she
Where?
met?
This is a WH question. Where she, we don't use any auxiliary verb.
Okay.
she
She
met
met
She met
her brother.
Her brother. Do you know where she met her brother? Escribí mal, chicos. Aquí. ¿Ya vieron?
Sí.
Do you know where she met her brother? Just with one character, one letter, it's wrong, no? How was the film?
Do you know how was the film?
Do you know how the film
Was.
Was, no? In that case. That is, as you can see, do you know? I don't know what happened with my keyboard. You know how the film was, correct. So in that case, remember that when we have this kind of idea, the verb to be goes at the end, like in this case, no? It doesn't matter that it's in present or in past. ¿Por qué me lo puso mal? Because there is an extra, look, there is an extra on the film. I didn't write down, ¿no? Hay algo no escribí bien, chicos. Do you know how the film, ¿lo escribí bien o no? No, no lo escribí.
No.
¿Vieron cómo
El.
se escribió? Tengo mi dislexia. It's horrible because I want to write down type. I want to type very fast and I'm speaking to you, so I cannot do it. Miren, no puedo hacerlo. Bueno, do you know how the film was? That is the idea, no? Let's show the correct one. Do you know how the film was? Ahí está. Bien escrito. Then, let's do just 4 and 5, and then let's go back to the material. Was David the first to arrive? So we are just using do you know now instead of can you tell me? Do you know? What?
Do you know David? If David
If David
was no
yes, please continue.
yeah,
Do you know if David
was the
the
first to
first to
arrive?
arrive? Correct. Ya no voy a escribir porque si no, te los pongo mal. Do you know if David was the first to arrive? Correct. No duden de ustedes. ¿Ya ven que sí saben? No duden. Just don't hesitate. And number 5, did Lucy work at home yesterday?
Do you know if
If
Lucy
Lucy worked?
worked?
No,
Worked.
worked. Está bien, worked. Worked with T, worked at home yesterday, and that's it. Got it. Ya lo tienen, ¿no? In present and in past. And the same happens with any other tense. Will, it doesn't change. Remember that you don't have to confuse indirect questions with reported speech. In reported speech questions that we are going to practice tomorrow, yes, you make changes in tenses, but not in indirect questions, right? This is a different topic. Yes? Okay, let's finish, please, with our lesson that yesterday we started. And then let's start the next lesson, please. So yesterday we started with this about indirect questions, and I decided to have this, of course, this further explanation with you and further practice. Did it work? Did it work? ¿Sí les funcionó?
Yes.
Thank you. What about the other questions that you have? Because yesterday we were saying, talking about the kangaroo car, who is it designed for, no? If we are in a family contest, or with a close person or in a class that is not that formal, probably, right? It's okay to ask, like Christelle mentioned, in direct question, right? But in a contest where you don't know the person, when it's the first time that you see that person, or it's a formal context, direct questions are not polite, are rude. So that's why you need indirect questions, right? To be polite. So do you know, yesterday we say, do you know who it is designed for? No? Do you know who it is designed for? No? Talking about the car, the kangaroo car, yes?
Yes.
Kangaroo. Then I like to know, there's another introduction. Do you know, or can you tell me, or I'd like to know how fast? Remember, you have to
Can
do
it
the inversion.
go?
You have to do, no, remember
Can
that
go
it can go. Remember,
It can.
you have to do the inversion in indirect questions because this is an affirmative form, let's say. And here, for example, in this one, even though this is a question, we don't have a question mark. And I like to know, and I wonder, you don't need a question mark en estas introducciones, but this is an indirect question, yes? Me gustaría saber, o me pregunto, right? Aunque no tengan question mark, is an indirect question. ¿De acuerdo? Yes? So I like to know how fast it can go. I like to know how fast it can go. The number 3. Can you tell me?
If.
Pero aquí no sería yes, no. Sería
No.
how
It
How
will be.
it will be.
How it will be helpful. Can you tell me how it will be helpful, correct? How it will be first the subject and then the auxiliary verb will be helpful. Then, could you tell me how much?
How much it does.
No, remember that we don't use any auxiliary verb in indirect
Much.
questions. In indirect questions, no auxiliary verbs. So, could you tell me how much
It
subject?
costs.
It costs. It costs, right?
Mhm.
Costs. And the last one, I wonder,
It can travel very far.
I wonder if it can travel very far. Correct. Let's listen and then you will answer the questions, please, with this information. You will
One.
tell me the questions.
Do you know who it's designed for?
Are you listening? Yes. Yes, right? The audio is okay, guys? Yes.
Yes.
Two.
Thank you.
I'd like to know how fast it can go.
Three.
Can you tell me how it will be helpful?
Four.
Could you tell me how much it costs?
Five.
I wonder if it can travel very far.
Mhm. I wonder if or whether, remember, whether is a synonym of if in yes, no questions, can travel very far. Yes? And just keep it in mind that in indirect questions, you have an affirmative idea, an affirmation. Even though this is a question, get it in mind that it is affirmative, affirmative, affirmative. No? We don't need any auxiliary verbs because we already have this introduction. So that means that this is an indirect question. Yes? Can you please answer this? Do you know, guys, who it is designed for? The kangaroo car?
No, miss, I don't know.
Okay,
The
here you have
kangaroo.
the information.
Uh-huh.
Yes, Nazaria?
Mm, I don't know. No, I don't know.
But here you have the information.
Yes. Yes. A car designer with wheelchairs user in mind.
A car designed for
With
wheelchair
wheelchairs.
users. Wheelchair users. This is
Wheelchair
a wheelchair.
users.
This is a wheelchair, right? Silla de ruedas, ¿no? Wheelchair users. So for wheelchair users, right? So that is very helpful, no? Then, do you know, or I like to know, how fast it can go? How fast it can go,
50,
guys?
60 miles.
25,
50
no?
miles.
25 or
25 miles per hour.
25.
25 miles per hour and range of 60 miles.
Yes.
55 to 60. Talking about kilometers, can you convert? How would it be? How many kilometers per hour? Around or about? How many kilometers per hour? ¿No? ¿Como cuántos kilómetros por hora será? Eso de las millas.
I don't know, miss.
Hagan la conversión. Because one mile is 1.6 kilometers.
40 kilometers per hour.
So it's not very fast, no?
No.
It's very fast. And it's very small, no? The car, as you can see, is very small. Look at the
Yes.
wheel. Miren a las llantas, parece de juguete, ¿no? Like
It's
a
for
toy car.
going. It's for going to only a bank or.
For going to the
Teacher.
bank, to the market. Yes, Alric?
Teacher, 96 and 55 kilometers for hours.
Can you repeat it, please, Alric?
96 and 56 kilometers for hours.
Kilometers, correct. Kilometers per hour. Thank you, Alaric. Thank you. Thank you. ¿Te gustan los números, verdad? Ok.
Yes,
Excellent.
and cars.
And cars. Ok. But it's okay, no, for a person, at least for traveling short
Yes.
distances, no? Short distances. That's very good. Very good idea. And do you know, or could you tell me how much it costs?
25,000
$25,000.
dollars.
That is around, in this moment,
Like a 75 peso, 75,000
75,000
pesos.
pesos, right? It's not too expensive, right?
No.
Se oye bien, se oye bien. Okay, then can it travel very far? Talking about, I wonder if it can travel very far. Do you know if it can travel very far? No, right? As you say,
No. Only short
short
distances.
distances. And it says green energy, so it's electric, no? I suppose.
Yes.
It's an electric car. There are many electric cars nowadays, but not that small and not with a wheelchair, right? But that would be a good idea, no? Why not?
Yes.
Okay, excellent, guys. Now you will listen, guys, to friends, right? Listen to Bruce and Ann comparing their cell phones. We have been talking about technology, and cars are part of technology, but talking about voice recognition, do you use your gadgets, speakers and smartphones and a smartwatch or any other gadgets for voice recognition? Do you use it a lot, guys? Do you use a lot voice recognition, or just for the speaker, just for Alexa or for Siri or for Google speaker? Do you use
For
voice
city?
recognition for Siri?
Yes.
Yes. For your speaker, Nazaria, as well?
Yes. For yes.
For your smartphone or for your TV
Oh,
or your screen?
yes. For screen.
For your screen, you use voice recognition. For your car, did you have a car? For the car?
Yes.
Because they have speakers as well, no? Especially. And how well does it work? Does it work well?
Yes. They works well.
Okay, listen to these guys talking about their cell phones and whose is better at voice recognition, the girls or the boys' smartphone, and why? Okay, let's listen.
Cool phone, dude.
Thanks. Mom was like, "What's wrong with the one we gave you last year?" And I was like, "Mom, that model is so last year." So she got me this one for Christmas.
You like it?
Are you kidding? I love it, especially Justin.
Justin?
Yep, my, what do they call it? Personal assistant.
Oh, speech recognition. Sweet. Does it tell the time, check the weather and stuff?
Yeah, and much more. This morning, I told Justin I was bored, which I was, and I thought he was going to, like, ask me to repeat command or whatever, and guess what? He asked if he bored me.
Get out. No way. Man, this is like so cool.
Then I asked him if he was hungry, and he was like, "I'm a cell phone, not a person." Freaking unbelievable.
Mine has voice recognition too, but it's not so smart, you know? It'll like make calls, set the alarm clock and stuff. The other day, I asked her to text someone, and it took her like 3 minutes to figure out what to do.
Her?
Mine's not a dude. It's called Alice.
Okay, of course, whose smartphone voice recognition works better? Bruce
The
or
guy.
Anne? The guy, not Bruce, of course, because it's a new generation smartphone. No, it's just the latest. Yeah, and that happens now with technology.
Yes.
If you don't have probably the latest, it's not going to work as fast and as good, no, as the old ones, no? But you know what, guys? Probably this is for generations like you, youngsters, no? Aleric, do you use a lot of voice recognition in your gadgets, in your devices, en todos tus aparatos and everything? Voice recognition, or not really? Aleric, yo creo que si no te gusta hablar como en la clase de inglés, no, ¿verdad? ¿No? Hello?
Sorry, teacher.
Do you use voice recognition in your smartphone? Voice recognition.
So.
So,
Chats in my school or the homeworks and yeah, in my mom.
okay, but voice recognition in your gadgets, en todos tus aparatos electrónicos, ¿no? Like your smartphone, your screen, your video game console. I don't know if in the video game consoles you can activate voice recognition. ¿Sí se puede activar voice recognition in your video game console? En su consola de video games or something, I don't know. In your screen, yes, ¿no? En la
Playing online, yes.
Okay, playing online, yes. But playing yourself, no. Tú solito, no. Okay. More or less. Más o menos, dice. Okay. Who gave Bruce his new phone, remember?
His mom.
What's his voice recognition software called?
Justin,
the assistant. And did he expect the phone to be so smart?
Yes.
Of course. What's Anne's voice recognition software called?
Alice.
Alice. Do you have an assistant, a personal assistant in your smartphones? Everybody has, but do you use it?
Everybody
I mean,
has.
everybody has it, but I never use it. Do you use it, Nazaria?
Yes.
Yes, every day?
Not every day, but sometimes I use
How
it.
do you use it? How do you use it? Please tell us.
I use it for my alarms clock, for notes, or to call someone. If I don't have my phone on my hands, I only tell to my assistants, please call to someone.
Call my mom.
Oh,
No,
yes.
call mom.
Yes.
Okay, yes. Okay. Look, in exercise E, young people often use like informal speech, no? Informal. Study these examples. The party was like so cool, right? I was like, what are you doing? And he was like, nothing, no? It took like forever to get there, right? So to signal exaggeration, no? So this is a filler. What is a filler? What does a filler speech mean? What is a filler? Una muletilla del discurso. Una muletilla. No, en este caso es una muletilla. The party was like so cool, ¿no? Es una muletilla. In this case, equitative, nothing, no? Or what are you doing? So you are meaning something different, no? Or you are exaggerating, right? This is very common, talking about the frequent use, no? Of vocabulary like.
Cool phone, dude.
Thanks. Mom was like, what's wrong with the one we gave you last year? And I was like, Mom, that model is so last year.
How many times? Okay, you will listen again to the friends talking about, of course, their voice recognition assistant. But this time, try to count how many times do you hear the word like in their speech, right? How many times? 4 times, 5 times, 6 times?
Thanks.
How many?
Mom was like, what's wrong with the one we gave you last year? And I was like, Mom, that model is so last year. So she got me this one for Christmas.
You like it?
Are you kidding? I love it, especially Justin.
Justin?
Yep, my, what do they call it? Personal assistant.
Oh, speech recognition. Sweet. Does it, tell the time, check the weather and stuff?
Yeah, and much more. This morning, I told Justin I was bored, which I was, and I thought he was going to, like, ask me to repeat command or whatever, and guess what? He asked if he bored me.
Get out. No way. Man, this is like so cool.
Then I asked him if he was hungry, and he was like, I'm a cell phone, not a person. Freaking unbelievable.
Mine has voice recognition too, but it's not so smart, you know? It'll like make calls, set the alarm clock and stuff. The other day, I asked her to text someone, and it took her like 3 minutes to figure out what to do.
Her?
Mine's not a dude. It's called Alice.
How many times did you listen to the word like in
8
this
times.
conversation? 8 times. Yes, Alaric and Christelle, 8 times as well. Thank you, Nazaria. Or you didn't count the times. 8 examples of like in the conversation. Look at the audio script, right? And tell me, are they using the word like in which form? Which form are they using the word like, right? So, and I was like, Mom, that model is so last year. So
That
this
is an
is being,
example for a filler words.
a
La
filler
muletilla.
word. I was like, Mom, that model was last year, right? I was like, you like it as a verb, no? In this case, you like it? Yes. This is a question about likes and dislikes. And another one. This is like so cool, the one that we have as filler as well. And the other ones, are they used as fillers? As fillers as well, or no? También como muletillas se usan las otras, or not necessarily?
Maybe yes.
He was like, I'm a cell phone. No, this is quotative. No, I'm a cell phone, not a person. No, he was like, I'm a cell phone. No, quotations, because he didn't report what the cell phone said, or Justin, no, the assistant, but is saying the actual words, ¿no? Está diciendo las palabras que dijo, ¿no? The actual words, so that's why it's quotative. Está entre quotations, right? Entre comillas, entrecomillado. Entonces, it's not, of course, a filler, no es una muletilla. And it like make calls, it says an. Aquí, ¿cómo se usa like? Like, make calls, set the alarm clock. Examples, giving examples. Aquí está dando ejemplos después de like también, right? So this is another use for mentioning examples, right? For mentioning examples like main calls, set the alarm clock, and stuff, no? And different things, yes? So for giving examples, it's also very common, this word to be used, right? So not just for fillers and quotations, but for giving examples, right? Not as an exaggeration, but for giving examples, right? Okay. So in that case, what would you say? Listen to an asking Bruce from 1 to 5, and in the phone, and you have to decide if did it understand, no? Did the gadget, the smartphone understand or misunderstand? Is it funny or no, right? According to what they say, right? To what they say in this part.
Dude, I so want to try Justin.
Here, have fun.
Sweet. Justin, where am I?
I'm sorry, I don't know your name.
And you said he was smart. Right. I asked where, not who.
He is smart. I'm telling you. Give it another shot.
Okay, Justin, will the weather get worse?
It looks like rain tonight. Here's the forecast for the next 2 days.
Wow, pretty awesome, dude. Justin,
Yes?
do you love me?
Never tried to ask him that.
I'm not ready for that kind of commitment yet.
Isn't he amazing?
Oh my God, I love him. I love him. What can I ask him now? Justin, please call me an ambulance.
Okay. From now on, I will call you an ambulance.
What? No way! Justin, make me a coffee.
Ahem. I'm just a phone.
Don't you just love him?
But was it like a joke? Or did he misunderstand me?
I think he was kidding.
Okay, so the first question was understood, misunderstood, or funny?
Understood.
Understood. The second one?
No, sorry. The first one is
Misunderstood.
misunderstood, and the second one understood,
Uh-huh.
and the third one is misunderstood.
Mhm.
The four is understood, and the five
Funny, no?
misunderstood.
The
Funny,
fourth
yes.
will be funny because
3 and 5 funny.
four as well, no? Well, I
Yes.
don't know if three is funny, but 4 and 5, yes, were funny because he said, Justin, please call me an ambulance. And he said, I will call you an ambulance. I will call you an ambulance. No, like the name. And maybe
Yes.
I'm just a phone, no? Or a speaker or whatever, right? Not a barista, no, or something, or a coffee assistant, no, a coffee shop assistant. It says understood, but he was making a joke. Understood, but making a joke, no, in 3, 4, and 5. Well, in this one, it
Yes.
wasn't a joke, but he was not prepared for this question, no? Not yet, not yet. Have you asked Alexa or Siri any questions that is not prepared to answer yet? Have you asked him or asked her, Siri or Alexa, some questions that they answered that they are not prepared for that question yet?
Yes, I think yes.
Yes, no, right? Everybody, no? I must think that most of the people, no? You want to know what is the answer, right? But of
Yeah.
course, I don't know in the future. In the future, do you think that these voice recognition gadgets will be prepared for more questions and answers?
Yes.
Of course, no, as this is developing, no? AIs are developing very fast. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Tomorrow we continue with the second part of reported speech, and we are going to practice reported speech questions that is different from indirect questions, right? Okay, thank you, guys. Excellent night.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Miss.
Take care, guys. Nights.
Take care.
You too. Thank you.